Hi, everybody. Hey, everyone. Happy release day. It is finally Sunday, March 8th at now it's noon, but an hour ago we released our March sneak peek. And honestly, some of the most beautiful pieces have left the building, but still get to show them to you. But we still have so many more. It was a great release in terms of how many incredible pieces we had. So don't worry, don't feel like you've missed out. Probably there is still something that you would absolutely love that is still available. If during this live, which is going to be 2 hours long, you'd like to see anything, just let us know, send us a message, and we'll pull it from the rack and show it to you. Even if it's a piece that you've already purchased and you kind of just want to see it again, we'd love to do that. Today is a fun day for us and for you, we hope, where you just sit back, enjoy the sunshine, put your feet up, and look at some fabulous silk fabrics. For those of you who don't know, my name is Priya Mohan. I am the owner and founder of Sorry Not Sorry. It is a clothing store here in Hamilton, Ontario, Canada. And what I do is I find beautiful pieces of silk like this one, and I turn it into clothing that is size inclusive, age inclusive, great for travel, lightweight, easy to wash in a hotel sink, versatile, so you can wear it in so many different ways. And each piece is one of a kind, just like you. So you are not forced to wear the beiges and browns and grays and blacks that you'll find in the mall. You'll actually find colors that's favorite colors when you want them, not when the I don't know, fashion
That's
mavens.
not when the mall gods want you
Yes,
to.
not when the mall gods tell you that a color is in. So Shafali, who is behind the camera, has picked some pieces. Oh, say hi, Shafali.
Huh? I also want to just quickly mention, for some reason, Instagram, SHIT the bed. So I had to redo the live for Instagram. So if we're a bit late, that's why.
Okay. That's good. Thank you. Good to know. Good morning. Happy International Women's Day. Happy International Women's Day to you guys, too. And for those of you who don't already know, Sorry Not Sorry is a woman-owned business. And actually, our entire team here in Canada is female. And in India, our entire team is female, with the exception of 3 master tailors, who are, well, 2 master tailors and an additional tailor. I lied. All the people who do the sewing, now that I'm thinking about it, because the team has grown.
But they have daughters.
They have daughters. But that's because in India, tailoring is a male-dominated trade. It's like you apprentice and you become a tailor, and then you pass on that skill to your children. So it is very unusual to find a female tailor. So, but otherwise, female owned. The head of our design team in India is Anshul, and she works with a lovely assortment of women who you'll get to see, especially if you watch us picking saris, which happens at an ungodly 5 a.m. About twice a month. So I'm just going to start by putting on some pieces that Shafali has pulled for me. Again, if there's anything you'd like to see, let us know. What I'm wearing as my underpinning is a pair of jeans from the garden store. And I thought they'd be nice to kind of match in a casual way the pieces we're going to be showing you today. On top, I am wearing a Ritzy tank by Blue Sky. It's made out of bamboo. And the jewelry I'm wearing is a necklace made out of Ziska beads. And that's it. That's it. So here we go. This is a poncho. The poncho can be worn, as you know, asymmetrically or as a top. For the purposes of today's demonstration, I'm going to show it to you as a tunic because I think that's what's going to look really nice with this duster. So to wear a poncho as a tunic, you want to make sure that the longer side is at the front and the back, which means that the sleeves will come just about to your elbows. And then you're going to tie these sides together just to hold everything in place. This piece here is actually, I made it a Priya's pick because I love polka dots. And if you've watched me enough, you know that I think red is a neutral. So having a piece of red in your wardrobe just adds that pop into your wardrobe. And if you're somebody who does tend towards, more neutral colors, then having something bright red, like a bag, something like this that can be worn as a scarf, a pair of shoes, and a red lip, you've got a very put together outfit. So, if you're, I thought you came to look at my red lip.
No.
Okay. So yeah, that's why this is one of my favorites, is because It's got different shades of red in it. It's got like a deep burgundy red, and it also has a true bluey red. And then in here, this flower design it's just like the hint of a flower design. I don't even know what color you would call that. And here we are pairing it with, oh, I know who bought that, I think.
And say like this piece was sold.
This piece was sold, but we wanted to highlight it because it was so beautiful. It is this gorgeous high-low.
The other way. It's counterintuitive.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
Okay. It's a gorgeous high-low. And congratulations, Andrea Brooks.
Oh,
Because we were looking at some pieces. She had some pieces on her list, and this was one of them. So I'm really happy that she was able to get it.
yes. And honestly, I was watching some of the pieces that sold this morning, and I was like, oh, I know that person was looking at that.
No, there are some of the really popular ones have already started going.
Yeah.
There were ones that were pre-planned.
Mm-hmm.
And also, I do want to let everyone know we will still be having a deal of the day today, and that will be coming out closer to 1.
Thank you.
This is yours.
So what Shefali has put together for me here,
Necklace brand. Bring the necklace out.
what Shefali has put together for me here is this poncho, which is being worn tunic length. And then with it, I've got this incredible duster. Is this the one that you put Carrie in for the photo shoot?
It was what I put Jane in poncho.
Right.
For the shoot.
Because I recognize the fabric. It's so beautiful. This is a lighter teal. This here is somewhere between a teal and a green, but it leans towards green. This is a mid-tone blue. And then the reason it works so well with this pop of color is you see it has these red flowers right here on the side. And then the necklace kind of ties all the colors in together, which is why I can see why people absolutely adore Ziska, because you can take these beads and string them onto a necklace, and then you can also wear them separately. So let's say, and then there were exciting things happening on the street. Yeah. So as many of you know, we're moving soon. We're moving to, kind of just down the road, but a little bit closer to the Coliseum, a little closer to the entertainment district, on a street that has all kinds of restaurants on it. I think you will enjoy visiting us there, and then wandering down the street to here as well, because this is a great part of the street.
There's great parking.
And there is very, very convenient parking across the street. Got to tell you, though, a little pricey. If you're looking for less expensive parking near our new location, just message us, and we'll probably put it on our page as well.
Down the street, if you continue down King William,
Yeah.
there's a restaurant called La Luna.
Yes.
There's a municipal parking lot there that is less expensive.
And that's what I would recommend, is go visit us at the municipal, park at the municipal parking lot.
And also, if you're in the neck of the woods and you're a heated rivalry fan, we will be beside Relay Cafe.
We will. Literally beside Relay Cafe.
Love us. They all wear our top pants. Like, I know all of them. Recommend.
Yes.
I forgot that I know all of them, because they'll come in and they'll be like, my coworker was wearing these pants.
So good news, we did get a shipment in from Creative Designs. We won't have it ready for you until we move into the new store. We open there on April 4th, which is Saturday,
April 4th.
Saturday, April 4th. We close here. Our first day closed is March 27th.
Just to let you know, we also have some Ziska necklaces there that I put for you.
We have some Ziska necklaces. So remember how I showed you how you can take those beads, put them on one of the Ziska cords, and make a necklace? You can also use these beads elsewhere in your wardrobe just by looping them onto the silk. Now, when people started using Ziska beads for silk, they were mostly using it for their scarves, which is great. Awesome. Definitely do that. But for us, we're our brand where everything is made of silk, and we actually encourage people to tie knots and things in order to alter the look so that it kind of matches the vibe you're going for. These Ziska beads are a great option. If you don't want to invest in Ziska beads, totally get that. You probably have some rings in your jewelry box that you don't wear anymore. As long as there's nothing on them that's going to catch onto the silk, you can use rings to create these looks as well. Shefali is showing you a ring.
A ring. I've never seen one before.
Let me just throw a necklace on with this. I think I'm going to go with the teal. So here's my necklace. This is one of the newer Ziska ones. We should have some more Ziska pieces in for you to look at by probably next Wednesday. So there it is there. And there is my finished, very casual spring look. It doesn't look like a summer day because this is a little bit darker, but it also doesn't look like fall. And that's the really nice thing about these fabrics is you can wear them multi-season. Layered if you want to add some extra heat because silk is moisture wicking and temperature regulating. Great if you have hot flashes because it literally wicks the water away from you and then dries instantly. Has anyone been able to join us today?
Yes, there are a few comments. I've just been working away while you've been chatting it up. So Margot had actually had a question about, the poncho that you just showed.
The one I'm wearing.
Yes. She was wondering if you could, there's no Wi-Fi connection. That's interesting. But I pulled the duster for you. She was wondering if you could show that off too.
With the top?
Yeah. Okay. Why not?
But you started with the poncho I'm wearing? You started the sentence with, the poncho I'm wearing.
Yeah, the duster, the matching duster.
That's the matching duster?
No, it's actually behind it. I pulled all the red dusters because she had given me one code and then it wasn't the code, like the piece didn't have a duster. So then I said, okay, I think she wants a red duster. It might be this one. I'm just going to pull up.
Also adore this.
Love it.
Love it.
So beautiful.
So there is your red is a neutral duster.
Yeah, I'm only seeing neutrals here. Like it's just very casual.
It's all neutral. Well, jeans and red look great together. Love it so much. Hey.
Oh, hey, girl.
Did Luke come in and fix the door?
He did, and then he also said, "Girl, it's also just your key." And I'm like, I don't think it's just mine.
I think it is.
There's no bumps on it or anything. Do you have to really force your key in the door, or does she just go in?
My key?
Do you have to jiggle it in a little bit?
A little, yeah.
Okay, see? And that's what I was saying.
Luckily, the colors together are perfect. So if you did want to pair this duster, which has more, like this color here is actually muted plums.
It works really well with denim.
It works really well with denim too. And then here you have the different shades of red, just like you have the different shades of red here. There's also a bit of dark gray verging on purple. These are very close. They're purpley grays. And then some lean more towards purple, some lean more towards gray. Beautiful colors though. I saw one of the pieces that Margot got this morning. Divine.
So a couple comments. I'll just quickly read. Christine had said, "Good morning. Happy International Women's Day." Shaniqua says, "Hi, that looks so good. Thank you." And Jacqueline Webster says, "So excited when I get my first and second choices."
Oh, that's great.
So excited.
Oh, Jacqueline, I saw one of the ones you got and I did a slow clap for you. I was very happy. You're going to love that dress. So beautiful. Okay, I showed this one already.
I had made a comment about our tech issues. And then Amy said, "Good morning."
Good morning, Amy.
Carol said, "Good morning." Good morning, Carol. And then Heather said there was a hydro outage at 10:56.
Heather Ward?
Heather Kavanaugh.
Heather, oh my God.
I know. I'm so sorry.
I'm so sorry. I hope she got some of her black tape.
I know.
I didn't check. I didn't have time. I just quickly scanned the first ones. So I would say that this is not an exact match. It's beautiful. This has some incredible embroidery on it. So what you're seeing here is gold thread. That's it's machine thread work that kind of enhances the existing wave design. And it also emphasizes these chrysanthemums.
Beautiful.
On the side.
That's so
it's got a little bit of sparkle, just a little bit of glitter, but nothing that screams, look at me, I'm like, look at me, I glow. But definitely an elevated piece.
For sure.
Yeah.
Christine said, "So fabulous to spend time today with wonderful women." And Amy says, "I know these aren't your fave, but you do look great in jeans."
Baby.
Yes, it's beautiful.
I was like, if this goes, maybe it'll have to come off me.
What were we just saying prior to that? Amy was saying something. Oh, so Amy, I think the reason I'm finally moving towards jeans is I'm finding jeans that are comfortable. Like these, as you know, are my garden center jeans, and they're as comfortable as the Casba pants.
Yeah.
Which means I'm actually going to wear them.
And Amy says, "Oh no, Heather, does that mean you weren't able to get anything?" Let's see the response soon. And then Amy says, "Congrats on the person who snagged that." And Corey said that duster and poncho set looked great on you, Priya. Lisa says, "Happy weddings." And Heather says, "I'll shop later at my leisure. Otherwise, panic buys."
Oh, I'm so sorry.
I thought all of these would look fun together,
they will.
right?
They will.
You want to do
putting together a Ziska necklace.
And then, actually, no, yeah. You should add in the yellow. Just the yellow. Yeah.
Not the purple?
No.
Oh, beautiful. Beautiful. I think I am also going to become a Ziska collector. I like this longer length.
Me too.
This is the 60 centimeter length of cord. The 50 centimeter comes up more here. And I actually didn't think I was going to like this length. Like I thought I would want a long, because I do like pendants, but I like this.
It elongates.
It is. It's very elongating, and the sizing, the proportions are really good.
Mm-hmm.
Like I wonder if something like this were lower, if it would look slightly off.
Mm-hmm.
I'm loving it. Didn't think I would. I'm a convert now. So this is a kimono sleeve top. Is it a Monday, Tuesday Shefali, or is it the same both sides?
I believe it is a Monday, Tuesday.
So for those of you who don't know, a Monday, Tuesday piece is a piece that you can flip around and it'll look slightly different when you do.
And the only reason it's only slightly different is because the pattern is on the other side.
There we go. Oh, okay. I see what you're saying. So that's what makes it.
So dominant hand, non-dominant hand.
So it is similar. It just flips around. Okay, let's try some other things on.
And Shazi says, "Good morning, beautiful ladies." And Jane says, "Good morning, everybody. Happy International Women's Day."
So this is a high-low top. It's a very sheer fabric, absolutely gorgeous fabric with tiny little gold dots on it that look like they're hand painted in. The dots are really small. You might not even be able to see them. And there's actually, it's not just green. There is a tiny little bit of ochre in there as well, which kind of brings out those goldy tones too. Online, it is showing up as accurate. It's accurate there. As I get closer, it brightens up way too much. It is actually like right there, it was too bright. This is it. Oops, wrong way. This is it here. Like that. Now, because this is sheer and I'm wearing it with red, it's going to kind of make it look more brown.
But you know what? I actually don't hate that. I think it's kind of a cool, like it's another way of doing Christmas colors without being too Christmassy.
Yeah.
Because like blue and not blue and green. Green and red do look nice together.
They do. Well, they're opposites, just like blue and orange, right? And I wouldn't hesitate to wear blue and orange together. I think the black in it and this kind of geometric pattern
and the denim helps.
And the denim softens it enough that it doesn't feel like you're looking like Christmas. It looks like you're just mixing some great colors. And then adding the colors in the Ziska necklace also helps. Putting in that teal and the red, the black and white to go with the black here. And then this pop of yellow, which just is there for funsies.
And Lisa says, somebody came up to me at a restaurant and asked if I was wearing a Ziska necklace, actually.
Oh my gosh.
And Carol's so sweet. She tagged Heather and she was like, if there was something you really wanted and it's the poncho I purchased, please send me a DM.
Oh.
And Lisa said, where are your jeans from?
So, okay, fun story. I stay far, far away from jeans and jean shopping. It has never been a pleasant experience. I am invariably uncomfortable in jeans. I buy them, then I don't wear them. So I was at a garden center. Was it this past summer or the summer before? Maybe this
summer before.
Summer might have been just this summer because we're almost heading on a year now to summer again. I don't even
like it was this past summer.
Yeah, this past summer.
Yeah. Okay, we're saying the same thing.
Okay, yeah. As usual.
As usual, about the same thing.
Yes. So I went to a garden center with my mother-in-law here in Burlington, and I think it was Terra Garden Center, and they had a little clothing section, and they had like four styles of jeans, and they had one on display, and I took one look at it, and I was like, I would wear those. and I tried them on and they were comfortable and I love them. And since then, I have, as many of you know, found jeans at the Gap that I love as well. They're called a horseshoe cut jean, and they have a drawstring and elastic waist, so super comfortable. It's not just cotton, it's cotton and tensile, so it's a little bit softer, a little bit more flexible. And what else do you need to know about them? I think they're called the Horseshoe Easy Fit jean, and I kind of love them. They fit very much like the Bryn Walker Oliver pant.
This piece I wanted to show off because I feel like it's, once again, probably too muted online.
Yeah.
And isn't it so smooth and soft?
It is so soft. And I think we're getting a little bit of a Wi-Fi issue. Isn't that stunning? So you can't really see the details. Oh, you can there a little bit.
Oh yeah, sorry guys. On Instagram, you might have to go to YouTube big screen because the quality just went bad for a second, but it should get it's slightly getting better. Yeah.
What was I going to say? So what you may have noticed in this round of sneak peek pieces is that the color of the main image is slightly darkened. And so you kind of, if you really want to see the color, you have to go to the second or the third image. So I've talked to India about that. We're going to fix our editing, but that's why I'm pretty sure if you look at just the initial image of this one, you will not be able to see how beautiful it is. You really do have to go in and look at the other pictures. Probably for the vests, it's not as bad because I take one of the close-ups of the fabric and make it the second image, just because it's really.
Show it off.
Do you want me to show it off?
Here, Kim just pointed to me and gasped audibly because she loves this piece.
I love this piece too.
Kim has good taste.
Kim,
as we know,
have good taste.
And she's as silent as a mouse because today she's in work mode.
That's right.
as she nods her head and says, I'm actually always in work mode, Chipotle.
Oh, I would work.
She's always on the ball.
Oh, beautiful piece. Beautiful choice.
Lisa says Reitman's has a wide leg with drawstrings that's really great too.
Oh, good. Good to know. Yeah, it is hard to find a pair of jeans that's not designed for younger women and younger bodies. And I am at a place in my life where I just really want to be comfortable and I want to look good, and I'm not willing to sacrifice comfort to look good.
I love the jean where it's jean at the front, stretchy at the back.
Yes, Mira is, if you can't hear Mira, what she's saying is she loves the denim where it's like a button at the front, but a stretch at the back. So it still gives you that room to change sizes as a woman's body will, even during a single day.
Digest.
Yeah.
Breathe, sit, have organs. Unfortunately, we do have to have organs.
Yeah, like who designed these clothes for women that don't actually get... Well, the answer is definitely something. I saw this video today. It was narrated by a man. And it was, I'm sure I've seen so many versions
they can't hear
of this.
You when you say that.
Good. You said narrated by a man and I said already bad.
Already bad. But I think it was meant to be satirical because it's what the actual speech that he was saying was, all you women with high standards, you're never going to have a man. And instead, what you're going to have is a beautiful home, lots of support, so many friends who love you, a clean bathroom, calm time for yourself. And it just went on and on and on and on about all the great things you'll have. Why did I share that story? It was relevant at a moment. Not just randomly because of men. We must have been talking
because of clothes.
Right. Because one of the things in there was, and you'll wear a muumuu. And I thought, yes, you would wear a muumuu because you're not trying to impress anybody. You're like, I am going to live the most comfortable life ever. Yes, talk to me.
Let the record show
that
during the height of the baby boom, everybody had a muumuu.
Because everybody was getting big and...
No, because everyone loves a muumuu.
Everyone does love a muumuu.
Because comfort is the sexiest thing.
Well, have you seen those videos of like wearing what my grandma wore?
Yeah,
and it's like...
See what she's getting down.
Yeah, I thought the muumuu part was hilarious because what stops women from wearing the most comfortable things ever?
And honestly, the right kind of partner, like it doesn't even matter like if your hair is in rollers or tied up, because every night I have my hair tied up. I'm wearing a nightgown. I have my duster on from work because I use it as a home coat. I basically look like an auntie.
Yeah.
But, the right partner, he's going to go,
doesn't care.
They're going to go, oh, wow.
Yeah.
Look at that.
Honestly, men, they're the parts that men care about, they're not up us. I'm so sorry. Mira said it's really fun working with my mom. Traumatized into this. So I wanted to show you guys how, even though there is no actual red in this piece, the red looks really good with it because it's tonal, right? It fits in that same color grouping.
You should try it with the orange necklace. I think that'll be fun.
And that's why you wear black.
Lisa said, I have always wanted to be Mrs. Roper all my life. Haha.
Oh, seriously.
And Amy says, my grandmother wore house dresses every day in her retirement. She was so comfy.
And why not? Who says we can't be comfy? Ooh, love it with the orange chiffon. So pretty.
I kind of got this, I had this idea in my head because, when Jane came and shot with me, she was wearing like a purple and red, and there was a bit of this like orange top. And I was like, here, you should wear the pink necklace. And she's like, pink? Are you sure? But it looked really good.
Go.
And that's the nice thing about those pendant necklaces, these specific resin ones from Ziska, is that because they have the clear in the center, I feel like they just really add that pop of touch without being too overwhelming.
Yeah, they're not too overwhelming.
Yeah.
I like that too, the fact that they're clear but tinted.
Mm-hmm.
And large. This kimono sleeve sticker.
Oh, I have the kimono sleeve.
For this one?
Is it this?
Yeah.
Because they have the wrong sticker?
They have the wrong tags. Because the kimono sleeve is full price.
This one says kimono sleeve top.
Don't.
No.
But that's.
Are they the same? Are they the same codes?
There. See.
Okay. You'll figure it out.
That.
I believe in you.
Deal with that.
Hashtag deal with that.
Yeah, I have some juicy goss for you. Well, it's not goss. It's actually really crazy.
What is it?
I found out that something really bad happened to somebody that we know at the party last night.
Oh, okay. That doesn't sound like.
No. Yeah. We'll talk about it after.
Yeah.
But I will say that set looks beautiful together.
Yes, absolutely. So this is the teal one, which I don't think we've shown enough of. So it has teal, a little bit of white and black in it. There.
Right.
You can see the reflection of all the lights.
So this one is the right sticker and the right tag.
Perfect. So I heard that Timothée Chalamet.
He totally messed his Oscar run.
So he said something about ballet?
Opera.
Okay. Here, take
Give me
this.
the mic.
Take the mic.
And then I slam it on the ground.
We have cultural
So
talk with Mira.
he did an interview with Matthew McConaughey, and it was like a sit-down conversation.
It was for Marty, right? Marty Supreme?
Yeah, it was for Marty Supreme, and also like I think they might have been in Interstellar together, but it's like also one of Timmy's like favorite movies. Anyways, the thing was he was talking about why he pursued acting, and he went to NYU for the arts, and he was saying, I really wanted to be a part of something. Like I didn't want to do opera or ballet or one of those things that you're like, oh my God, I'm trying to keep this alive and no one cares about it. No offense to any ballet or opera people. And then offense really taken because everyone's like, diva, because notoriously what everyone knows about Timothée Chalamet and his time at NYU is that he actually spread chlamydia across the entire campus.
You're lying.
Do you guys not know this? So people will call him Timothy Chlamydia instead of Chalamet because multiple people have been like, I got chlamydia because of Timothée Chalamet. Like it was a really big problem. Like when I was in,
You know that.
because it was rampant. It was what he was known for before he became a big actor. Was like everyone was like, as he was getting big, they're like, I got chlamydia from Timothée Chalamet when I was at NYU. So everyone's like, he didn't get to learn how to appreciate ballet because he was too busy spreading awareness for why antibiotics are helpful. It's literally causing a plague.
Oh my gosh.
But like,
Thank you for sharing that, because all I know is that something happened to Timothée Chalamet that involved ballet. So
yeah,
you
and
have
so
saved me
now
hours of research.
ballets and operas have created a coupon card that's called Timothy, and you can get $10 off tickets for a ballet or an opera show. And that is what happened. But everyone's like, you can't bash the arts like that, because those realms of art are still really big, and also they literally led to how big acting is.
This is how we learn.
A really great video. And
While she's talking, I'm going to hold up two necklaces. Let me know which you prefer.
we'll do it this or that.
This or that. This is the
But
silver.
a really great video to watch is actually from the Canadian Opera. Their Instagram page had a clip of that, and then they actually showed a bunch of young high school kids who went to go see the opera and talked about how for them it was so inspiring to still see these classics brought forth today, and how these stories still resonate with them even as young people.
Don't worry about this or that. Don't worry about it.
Oh, okay.
Just let us know. This or that.
This or that. Gray or gold? Silver or
yeah,
gold?
silver or gold. That's the easier way to do it. Okay, tell me more.
I do need to also specify that at the time that
You have to go to the mic.
well, I feel like this isn't as important, but I have to specify that at the time that he was in school, chlamydia was a really big problem across college campuses.
Generally speaking,
Because at Brock, when I was there, they had every 2 minutes you'd see a sign about consent is key, stop the spread of chlamydia. We also had a guy who was our own Timothée Chalamet, who we referred to as Chlamydia Zach.
No way.
He also spread it to a lot of people. Rampant.
Oh my God, that is
Communicate with your partners, y'all.
Corey said, "Yikes!"
Yeah,
And Amy just sent a bunch of
that's a lot.
emojis.
That's a lot.
It was an issue. So he was just following trends.
Yeah.
Just following trends.
As he does, as Timothée Chalamet does. Isn't this pretty so pretty?
This
I thought it looked so nice.
So
with denim.
beautiful. It's beautiful. So I don't know, again, as our Wi-Fi is not great today. So I don't know if you can see, but it's got lots of different colors in here. And then this is all of this stitching that you're seeing is Kanta stitching. This is kind of a leaf green. Can I see it for a sec?
That shouldn't have sold, right?
So the sticker I have on that top is for this piece.
It's downstairs.
Oh, good to know.
That's really good to know. Thank you.
Because it is the same code, different
Mhm.
patterns. And when I type in PRG and the code of the one that I have, it
Yeah.
doesn't come up.
Okay. Good to know. Good to know. So we'll just have to pull that one.
Maybe I just put the tags on wrong when I was shooting them.
Might be
Because
stickers.
the long tunic with side ties I shot and then we released for this. So maybe that's what happened.
Oh, this is beautiful. So the background color of this is like a wine color, but it's a two-tone wine color. So I'll show you that up close. Hopefully you can see it.
Is that a white?
No, it is not a white. It is a bluey gray, and a little bit on the icy side. I would say the palest of teals, but slightly smoky.
It's a time.
It's close to a time.
Okay.
And this one is a bolero. So we do have a lot of pieces where the boleros match the dresses. Oh, good.
Problem solved.
And that's the one, the picture.
It's just the tags I probably put on wrong because I
Okay.
was quickly putting them away.
Perfect.
Good to know that was solved.
Yeah, I caught one this morning too, actually. So we'll have to be more careful.
Okay. Well, keep that in mind. Marketing pieces do go back downstairs. That one is shot, so it has to go before the hanger.
No, that one is the side tie. We use that one.
No. She's talking about the kimono sleeve top. I photographed the kimono sleeve top.
Okay.
Yeah. And Carrie said, "Hi, I've got a short break, so can't stay long. I'm Carrie. I'm assessing new medical student candidates today, wondering how soft the long tunic with side dies PRG 78783 and the softness of the midi." Okay, I will.
We got to get
I'll
right
get
on
that. Write that
She
now.
is volunteering her time to do God's work. Love that. Beautiful.
Oh, the long tunic with side ties was the one I gave you. The one that we did the this or that with. If you could show that again.
This one. No, this
No.
one. Very soft. as soft as a Georgette could possibly be. Extraordinarily soft. Like, it has zero texture. So I hope that answers your question.
And then it was the midi caftan. Got it. I'll get that right now.
Okay. I love the jazz in the background. Okay, this one, oh, I remember showing you guys this one on the live. So this one is very, very soft. What you should probably know is, I just want to make sure I have this right. So the leaf pattern in here, which you can see there, is actually made out of a metallic thread. You can feel the texture on the front. On the back, let me see. You can also feel the texture. It's cut thread work. So if you look really closely, you can see where the threads have been cut around the outside of that on the reverse. I wouldn't say that it's itchy, but you can feel it. So if you're somebody who is very, very sensitive, if their skin is really super sensitive, then you might want to be aware of that. I would say it is less textured than wool. It's about as textured as a merino or a cashmere.
Could you just show these two?
Absolutely.
Harry. And then this midi caftan is the one that she.
Oh, I love that one. Okay, so this is Owl, and this is the caftan you were interested in. I would say, well, they're both really neutral, so they're definitely going to work. And this has slightly pink undertones, which you can't see, but they are there. Like if you see it up against a different beige, you'll notice that unlike a yellow undertone or a brown undertone, it has a slightly pink undertone. And because this also has cool undertones, it looks great together. You can see right there. And then the other piece, oh, I adore this piece. So let me tell you a little bit about it. So this is a midi length caftan, extremely soft silk. It's butter. It is a Georgette, but it's like an unbelievably soft Georgette. I think you can tell just even when I put my arm through it, how it flows. The colors in it are, this is very much a brown, but then here we get kind of more into the vinaigrette shades where there's brown with just a hint of pink or purple in it. And then here we have different shades of red. I want to call this a persimmon red because it's got slightly pink coral undertones. So it's not like a blue red, it's a deep blue coral red. And then these other designs in it are a teal. So I would say it would work with thyme or a eucalyptus color. It would also work really well with Tarocco. If you're somebody who has Tarocco, that would look great. It would probably look amazing with denim. But definitely this is a teal and not a blue. As soon as I get close, it washes out. So I think right there. You can see it really soft, though. Just a dream. The fabric is a dream.
Yeah, the flowers are bluey purple in both, I would say.
Well, I wouldn't call this bluey purple. I'm so sorry, Shafali.
I'm so sorry, Shafali, you're wrong.
This is more of a bluey green. I would not call it a bluey purple.
This is a blue.
That's an indigo.
Yeah.
That does lean ever so slightly towards periwinkle.
Steel blue.
This is a steel blue.
Because that's the gray.
It's thyme.
green.
It's thyme or a little bit of Tarocco.
Yeah. I think that this is
more of an indigo or denim.
But I can see how it comes across as purple. It's just not like verbena purple.
No.
Here. And then I've got these four for you. If you want to take a look at those.
Yes.
And then I will actually.
Ooh, I picked this one as a Prius pick yesterday after I saw it on the live on Friday. I love how it goes from really warm to really cool, and you get the full spectrum of color. The colors in it are cobalt blue, a little bit like, actually, that's a lupine in there. That's a purple. I want to make sure you guys can see it. Yeah, right there. So this is a blue that verges on purple. So I want to call it a lupine color. This here is a mid-tone navy. This here is a mid-tone teal. And then we also have a little bit of cream through here. And then as we get closer up into the top, you can see that right at this point here, it ombres in and starts getting warmer. And then here you've got brick reds, you've got periwinkles. I know that's the one that Jackie got.
Yeah, I was gonna say I didn't know if you wanted to show it before I pull it.
I will show it. And it has some beautiful browns in it. And really some warm oranges. Like it really just runs the full gamut of colors. And you can see how beautiful it is. And then it's got a little bit of the blue up here, which ties it all in together. A little bit of the orange down at the bottom, mostly on the other side. So there, it is a stunner. Absolutely phenomenal piece. This piece here has been purchased for sure. It is an artisan's dream. All of this is stitch work. It does look like it's machine stitched. Phenomenal coverage and different types of design in the stitching. And I believe we showed you guys during the live on Friday that there's some parts here that are also cut work where they've done the embroidery and then cut out the fabric from in between. I think we found that in 2 places on the butterfly motif, which would be hiding from me right now. It's beautiful. Oh, did you find it? Yes. So right there at the butterfly motif, that's actually cut work. So they've done all of the embroidery and then they've cut out the fabric from inside.
Stunning.
Stunning. These blues, I never say no to them when we get them during sari picking because invariably they are soft. And what you see online is quite a bit more turquoise than it actually is in person. Because what you're seeing is the fact that it has so many different colors in there, but it is actually a sky blue, very much a true sky blue, and it is not showing up as sky blue at all. Not at all.
It looks more sky blue on Instagram than it does in Facebook and YouTube.
So you'll just have to trust me that even though that looks really turquoise online, this is a true, still not getting the true color. Better, definitely better. No, blues, they really want to reflect the light. So it's a little bit closer there.
It's probably the pigment.
That's actually quite accurate. So this is not a teal. This is not a turquoise. It is a sky blue with some lavender in it and some very, very pale grade mint, like a sage. Oh, love this piece. We'll have to try her on. How are the ladies doing?
Good.
Good.
It's 12:49 for FYI.
Oh, that is really? It's only been 45 minutes? Wow.
Just wanted to let you know. So I will pick some pieces for sure. I'm continuing to do that, but I wanted to show off some pieces that I don't think look good online.
And again, we have that darkness issue. So I think what happened is when one of our editing features is you have to press a button that says lights on. And I think they have been forgetting to press lights on, which just adds it as if someone turned on the lights. Mm-hmm. Next time, this is how we learn. One day I'll be able to go to India and work directly with them.
And an Indian family walked by, and I was like, wow, they're so like us for real. Because they're like, your daughter was like, so are you going to go to India still? And then the mom was like, oh, I'm going to India. There's no way I'm not going to India. It's just, I don't know if we're going to stay there long enough.
Yeah, it's kind of right now. Kudos to anyone who is traveling globally at the moment. I do not have the bandwidth. That's a good way to put it. I don't have the bandwidth to put myself out there right now. This is beautiful too. So this one, the border it's gold thread that's woven through. It is actually not itchy. It's just textured because there is no cut thread work and it's woven right through. It's not sewn on. And the color here, I want to say, is a shamrock green. You can actually see how sheer it is. and how flattering it is that you can see right through it.
Luck of the Irish, Priya.
Luck of the Irish. And then here is a beautiful necklace to pair with it. Really does pop it together, especially with the red underneath.
Does your mom have this? Your mom.
Yeah. Such an easy way to elevate a look. I mean, I'm literally wearing jeans and a top.
So
and it's all coming together.
Next, because it sold.
It did sell. It's beautiful.
Yeah, that's amazing.
She really did. She actually just posted some pictures of a trip that she took wearing silks and looks amazing. This one's Corey. Corey, great choice. It's beautiful. So the colors in this piece, this has already sold, but we may have something else in this fabric. Purples, teals, dark teals, very, very pale pink, almost white, lots of shades of gray in there. There's magentas, and then there's this kind of dark purpley fuchsia. And on the back, and the front, we have some fun greens and some ombres. This one is a stunner. Oh, that one sold too. Beautiful piece.
That makes sense. It's beautiful.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's Jane Burns.
Oh, Jane scored.
Jane, good choice.
Good choice. Ooh. Oh, there we go. Really beautiful fabrics again this time. And especially with spring coming, like it just feels nice to see all of these colors. Kim, I think you had a really good point. Shefali was telling me that we should have some bright colors in the window.
Yeah.
It's time.
No, I wanted to change them yesterday, but it was so busy.
Yeah, it's time. Like it's just with the warm weather that we finally had a day that was 15 degrees and
it's calling to us.
It's calling to us, just to see those bright colors. And I saw a girl in a sundress today.
Nice.
And remember we were at that restaurant yesterday and we saw that lady was wearing that really cool cardigan top.
Yep.
Yeah, it's really nice. It looks like people are just itching to kind of.
When everyone's dying, I really want to go sit outside to do water.
Oh, look at that. So again, pop of red cannot go wrong. So this is the red Ritzy tank in the color lipstick. Here is one of our new Ziska necklaces. I believe I don't know the name of it. Hold on. We have it in 3 or 4 colors though. And it is called.
Oh, and my job or whatever. Don't worry.
I can't read it. Can you read it? Red something bead.
It's called Red Hannah.
The red Hannah necklace. And we also have that in a fuchsia, in a blue, and I think that might be it. But you can see how just adding that pop of red here, the pop of red here, and then the lipstick just brings the whole outfit together. So you could really put anything in between. And even if it's muted, even if it's like tonal, very tonal, everything is going to come together and pop and freshen up when you add the matching lip, pop of color, necklace, shoe too, if you have it. Just a really easy way to create a fresh look. So I was reading this thing about when you're
Great.
We have an orchestra of car horns outside.
Okay. So I was reading this thing about what makes somebody look stylish and well put together. And this is something I'm sure you guys have all heard. It's called the rule of thirds. And if you go half, it tends to make you look chunky top and bottom. But if you do thirds, so you have something that comes to here and then you're 2/3 longer down below, it looks more elegant. And I think that's why people love this top.
Yeah.
Because when you wear the high-low top in the front, you get something covering the top third, and then you have long legs. And then at the back, you have 2/3 being covered. Then you have like just the part of the bottom. So either way that you look at it, you're elongated.
Good thing we have noise canceling mics because
there we go. Maybe they were in a restaurant. This is so beautiful. Again, I'm sure the online pictures don't do it justice. I wish there was an easy way to go in and brighten those pictures, but it would actually mean downloading them, brightening them, and then re-uploading them.
I think the problem is that there is no easy way to do that.
No. No, there really isn't. Too bad it's not a feature that's already in Shopify.
Well, a lot of companies don't have this many individual products, right? They have variants of a single product.
So, because what they have as a feature in Shopify is that you can get rid of the background and you can crop, but they don't have brighten or adjust.
Most companies only need.
Yeah, they don't need it.
Yeah.
No, that's the problem. It's true. Right. I love this piece. It's teals. It is actually all teals. It looks blue, but they're all different shades of teal that verge towards blue. It is none of this is a pure blue. This is a self pocket dress, as you can tell. I would probably still go with a red necklace, which I have put here. You know what I like about the spring Ziska is the cords aren't black.
Yeah.
Really freshens up the look.
Brightens it a little.
Yeah.
Cute.
Right? That's cute.
There is also,
the fuchsia one.
I know, I was thinking of that, but I do the flowers. Like, I just really like the idea of the flowers. Or you could do this here. This is a bit of a
controversial. Oh, I like it with the orange.
Yeah, orange and blue, timeless.
Yeah, timeless. Oh, I love this piece.
Goes with your earrings.
It does. Yeah, beautiful pieces. Honestly, I am also now a Ziska fan. Took me a long time to get on board. The other brand that I'm really thinking of, guys, is Zaruka.
Oh, yeah. Please. I love Zaruka.
I will.
I mean,
one day when we have some money, we will do that. For now, we just have to get through the move.
She's like, life only exists for the move.
Yeah.
After that, who knows?
Who knows? But you know what's funny? At that other store, the windows don't open at all.
That's kind of a good thing. No, we have good. It's much better.
Airflow? Yeah, it's
way better airflow.
This one is grays and grays that go towards blue. But I would say it's a taupe. It's a really tough color to describe. This is definitely a taupe. This is definitely a blue. When you put the two of them together, for some reason, the taupe ends up reflecting some of the blue, but it's a taupe. And then we have corals coming through here, and this is different shades of light brown. The sequins are, there's gold sequins and blue sequins that have been sewn into it. Really lovely summery piece. This would look great with denim too, actually. So you can see how it would pair with the denim right there. Love that piece. Speaking of spring, this next kimono sleeve jacket just screams, I am walking summer. Follow me around, you'll just be warm.
Follow me. Follow me.
So you may recognize this from our marketing because it was too beautiful not to use in the marketing. Corey was wearing it. The colors are coming out very true. The background color is actually a cream. It's a really pale cream. It could read as white, but it's a cream. And then I think the other colors are coming out really true as well. Great piece to just kind of throw on. And as you can see, what I'm wearing is darkish, right? I'm wearing a red and a denim and even dark shoes. But if you just want to throw something on that adds a pop of color, it would be really easy to throw this on with a fun necklace. Are you finding me a fun necklace? Nope.
I picked a bunch of fun necklaces. I thought this one would look nice.
Yes. That is the one I would wear too.
Wait.
And
crash bang.
What's nice about this as well is if you're going on a trip, this would make a great bathing suit cover up because you can see that it's going to cover your bum. It's here, right through there. And it comes with a belt. So if you wanted to belt it up, and then you would still look super cute.
Tried on.
So a great piece for vacations. You could pair it with clothes in your hometown, but would be amazing for travel too.
The transitioning of the weather has made my skin dry up again. So don't mind me if I'm scratching my bum. It's not because I'm
Well, there's nothing wrong with
showered,
me.
I literally, my skin is just like, why is the weather changing?
So nice to see the sun though.
It
I was talking to somebody said, how come everybody's happier in the spring? And somebody said vitamin D.
Vitamin D, literally.
That is literally the answer.
I think the only reason I've actually had one of a better emotionally like winters is because I've been consistently taking like 3 or 4 vitamin Ds a day.
Wow.
Because like, especially for South Asian people, like we need to have so much.
Yeah.
So
it's true.
yeah.
This one,
Jordy says, by missing out on my top picks, whoops, I forgot about time zones. I was still able to get some accessories and Casbahs. Still a great shopping day.
Good.
By the way, today in Vancouver is the very last day that we need to change our clocks. No more time change.
Yes, I saw that. I saw that that's happening there now.
I saw that this jacket, speaking of seeing things, has a vintage border on it.
Oh.
On the pattern side.
Oh, it does. So this is the border that Shefali is talking about right here.
I am talking about this one.
Yeah. What is that made out of?
Seems like silk.
It does, but it feels like a hand woven silk.
Yeah.
Like it's got a texture to it, almost like a raw silk, because you can see the nubbliness of it. So it's probably hand woven or raw. This has some lovely tones in it as well. So grays, very, very pale lavenders, different shades of purple. Again, looks great with red. And you could also wear it.
Might I make you a Ziska necklace, madam?
Please make me a Ziska necklace. So you can wear it the way Kim had it the other day, where she was wearing it like this. Or do I just use a Ziska bead?
Yeah, you should just use a Ziska bead.
Pass me that purple one.
Actually, I was going to give you the red one.
Okay.
I'm not going to name names, but somebody needs purple on top.
Yeah. That feels really comfortable too.
Pour madame.
Thank you. There's my red Ziska bead. Turns my jacket into a top. Still have the bum coverage on the back, which is nice. Necklace looks great with it.
Do you remember moving the tag back?
Yeah.
Yeah. Cute.
Ooh, so sweet. Very fun. You know, I'm trying to center this and I can't because it's mirror image. So I think I just keep putting it off center.
It's okay. It looks artisanal. Rustic centering.
There.
That's what we call it, right? When a cake is badly
iced. Artisanal
it's
icing.
rustic, yeah.
I love this dress. This must have sold. It is too beautiful. Definitely one of my favorites.
This is like, you know that book of poems that was for kids where it was like alligator soup and the alligator.
Yes,
in the soup?
Dennis Lee.
Yeah, this is like, to me, this is like the drawings in that book.
Yeah, beautiful. Just stunning. This must have sold. Must have.
Margaret said, happy shopping. Hey, Margaret. Lorena joined. Hey, Lorena.
Hey, Lorena. Lorena, I have been loving the posts you've been putting on your stories. I think just yesterday I took 2 of them and I reshared them in our reshares.
Could you add the red Ziska to your necklace?
Yeah.
And just like that, it's the perfect piece.
So yesterday, as I was scrolling through people's stories, I found somebody's stories who wrote like this really racist thing.
Oh yeah, you were sending me. What did she say?
I don't want to say it, but it was quite pointed, and it was anti-immigrant. And I was like, wow. And I thought maybe I'm not very good at memes, so I'm like, maybe I just don't get this. Like there is a chance that I'm reading this wrong. So I reached out and I just said, hey, I don't really understand what you posted here. Would you mind explaining it to me?
Is this someone who follows us?
Yeah, she's been following us since 2018.
Oh, no.
And then she changed her account to private. right?
Yeah. Mira just said, whoa.
Yeah. And I really I was willing to give her the benefit of the doubt. If she had said, oh my gosh, like this is how I interpreted this meme, but maybe I'm wrong, I would have been like, so easy to misinterpret a meme. But yeah, and I'm like, okay, so you basically doubled down on your racism. Instead of removing the story, she made her account private. And then I got little butterflies in my tummy because it made me scared. Don't like stuff like that. Yeah, the butterflies. The butterflies.
Priya and I were even talking about yesterday, her husband, like how recent.
Yeah, 30 years ago, I was faced with a lot of racism growing up. But it's funny, you know, because I had this perception 30 years ago that the people who were being racist were somehow superior because they were acting like they were superior. And so Shefali said, because of course, like this was grade 3 or grade 4, and I remember the guy's name. And I'm like, this was his name. I wonder what he's doing now. And Shefali's like, look him up. So I do. I look him up. And of course, I cannot stalk on Facebook. I'm not really good at it. I'm like, there's no information here. I pass the phone to her. She's like, he's got like kids, just had a grandchild. This is either his wife or his mother, shows me all the stuff. And I just realized that this man who I had given so much power to in my brain was just this ordinary, nobody,
lame guy.
like the rest of us.
Yeah.
Equally lame. Right.
But no, honestly, I think he's more lame because after trying to claim that he had so much power, he ended up doing so little with his life.
It's just funny. And maybe, right? Like,
definitely.
I could also be lame. Who knows?
You are definitely not lame.
Who is the arbiter of lame? Like, so I'm willing to say we are all a little lame. But I think that what I did was I gave him a lot more power in my brain than he deserved. My little, you know, what, 8, 9, 10-year-olds, 8, 9-year-old self
understandable
was kind of like, Mark said this, and he's so wise and smart. And it didn't even matter that the teachers shut it down and everything. I guess it was just so prevalent. So yeah, when I see things like that coming up on our feed unapologetically, and I'm like, there is such a big picture here, a multi-layered picture that you probably don't understand. And you're really not doing the research to figure out why are people immigrating? Why are people accepting immigrants? Is it just because we're bored? Or is there maybe something else going on? And have you done the research? And instead, it just really strikes me as what we're seeing across the border, which is division based on very simplistic thinking of us versus them, as opposed to the we of it all. Scary though, it does make my tummy hurt.
I do also think that, you know, a lot of political propaganda is complicit in this because the second that people start seeing, and this is so common in any kind of Western civilization, and the second that people start seeing that their economy is doing bad, they blame it on the influx of resources needed for the other people coming in. What they don't understand is that the reason that people are being brought into the country is so that there is more economy
to
and
protect
money.
the economy. Yeah.
No, I know. They know that there isn't another option because their society is not contributing as much as these people coming in.
And there's the age issue.
Exactly.
Right.
And the birth issue.
Yes, the birth rate issue. There are so many very logical reasons why you do need to bring people in. And then for people to be like, well, they're taking my jobs or whatever it is they're saying. Yes, and this is a yes and situation. Taking your jobs, paying into pensions and paying taxes that allow you to age and still have government protection.
Yeah.
Right. But if you don't get the yes and, again, it's very easy to fall into these beliefs. And it did bother me that this person, rather than going, oh my God, or deleting it, instead went private. What does that mean?
It means that they want to hide how they feel because they feel entitled in their opinion.
But they know that it's not right. Otherwise,
they know that they can get canceled for it. They don't care that it's not right. They think that it's right because of the people they surround themselves with. I saw this so much in my MBA of the way that if you're not used to socializing with people of different backgrounds and cultures. I mean, there was a very big difference in the way I could interact with different people because of the fact that I grew up in such different multicultural societies.
Yeah, well, you were born in Dubai.
Yeah.
And then from there you went to...
I came here.
Right. But and you also have family in Sri Lanka.
Yeah. And I also grew up in a, like, I never even knew that Canada had this much of a Caucasian population until I went to Waterloo for my undergrad. And so for me, like, it was so common to meet people who were not like me because nobody was culturally the same as me, almost nobody. Yeah. And so, you know, you can really tell the difference in how people interact with other people because of the opinions they're hearing at home.
At home. And that's what I think that poor Mark, who was 8 years old, he didn't come up with that stuff that he said on his own.
No,
he had to be parroting what his family said. And I hope, you know, over time, he's had a chance to develop his own worldview. But yeah, the other thing that struck me as really interesting is my family, like many of you, my family has been in Canada for 80 years, 75, 80 years. Like, my grandfather came here when he was in his 30s. And so we're quite established as Canadians, probably more so than some people who have fairer skin and blend in more easily. So what is the arbiter of Canadian? Shouldn't it be how long you've been in Canada? So again, very simplistic thinking.
I've been summoned. Be right back. And Carol said, keep education in the kindest way you can when you can. Everyone that isn't First Nation or Métis or Inuit is immigrated to Canada.
Immigrant. Yeah.
Exactly.
That's
exactly.
Like, I was really hoping to start a dialogue with this person that, you know, maybe she didn't realize. And if she had replied and said, oh yeah, you know what? I would have said, you know, we're all kind of immigrants. And it's really nice that the government supports humans. And anyways, that conversation got cut off because conversations are happening online now. And I think that if it had happened in person, there would have been more of an opportunity, but rather than have a chat and have communication and debate, there was like ghosting, which is interesting because, so I've been watching, somehow YouTube has figured out that I am very interested in American history and geopolitics because of what's going on in the world. And I was watching something that was talking about how the United States and Canada as well, and a lot of countries actually, are starting to get very divisive, where there's no central voice anymore. The voices are the extremes. And one of the foundations of keeping that central voice is debate. It's healthy debate. Because if somebody believes this and somebody believes that, and you have a lovely little healthy debate, you may not agree with each other, but you start to see that that it's not black and white, that it's multi-layered, that it's complex. But as soon as you start dismissing either one of the sides and say, you know, that person is too stupid to understand blah, 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 and you cut off that communication completely, that's when you have polarized society. So if you do, like you said, try to have a conversation very gently and with compassion, where you just say, hey, let's put this through. I can see you hold a belief. Let's examine it and see if that belief still holds merit. You know, if Mark from grade 7 or grade 4, you know, he had a belief in grade 4, is that belief still valid? And I'm worried that, like you said, that conversation is starting to disappear, where we're not having, are you listening to me?
Yeah, believe it or not.
I've actually got Kim's attention and she's been working away. But yeah, it really does make me think that the conversation is so important, and not to be right, because nobody's right, or we're all right. It's definitely one or the other. It's got to be conversation and growth. And if we don't have the conversation, how are we going to grow? And the only way we're going to stop having conversations is if we believe the other person is too stupid to understand, which is a really big stretch for somebody to say, all the people who believe this are stupid. Well, that can't possibly be true, right? It's comfortable, it's convenient, but it can't be true.
I don't think it's that it's true. I think that historically what happens is that people who believe this way just revert into their communities and create silos for themselves. So it doesn't matter how much you try to expose them to something, they continue to believe it and they just continue to find that. And like, I've seen it firsthand. Like, there are so many opportunities for people to learn about different things. The question is whether or not they actively want to.
Yeah.
And
sometimes, so here's the thing, we'll see each other in person, right? At coffee shops, at those third spaces, right?
and that's the problem.
If we have a third space, you could even overhear a conversation at the next table, right? And you are being exposed to things that maybe are not your original mindset. But if you're getting all your information from social media, which is targeting the things that they know you'll read, or you're getting it from your friend group who's also targeted with the same information and also shares the same belief system, you're never going to get exposed to that other group. And as we move in society towards challenges, economic challenges, environmental challenges.
That was a very politically correct answer.
Yeah. Like, as we move as a global community towards these challenges, it's going to take extra effort to push towards communication and not needing to be right, but to be compassionate, and move us towards that level of positive energy, feeling the humanness of another person and working as a team with other humans rather than being isolationist. That's my politics for today, guys. All because this woman made her account private and it made my tummy hurt. Because my brain is always putting together those pieces. Was I spiraling? I don't know. But it was disappointing. It was very disappointing. Yes. The deal of the day has just been posted. So do check out our stories. You might find something lovely there. Oh, this piece. These must have sold already.
You've gone through the stuff I picked?
Yes.
Okay. You start looking away. I'll grab some more. Rhonda says, howdy, y'all. Damien says, hello. Hey, Damien.
Hey, Damien.
And Jane even says, we're all immigrants except for the Indigenous. Yes, we are.
We are.
Just because you came here before some of us doesn't mean that you are entitled to more or less than we are.
And the government would have helped you just as much back then.
And I actually just finished reading a research article that the rise in nationalist attitudes is directly connected to uncertainty.
Challenges.
That's actually exactly true.
When there's higher uncertainty, people will tend to go towards more nationalist narratives because of the fear of perceived, realistic, and symbolic threats.
Right.
And that's why conversation is important, to eliminate the uncertainty.
Yeah. Absolutely. And if you look at it, staying isolated within your own group is not going to work at some point. Like, it takes a community. It really does. And you need diverse ideas. To take even just one small example, it's getting hotter out there. And the sun is causing a lot of skin damage for people who don't have melanin in their skin. And so if we have a diversified culture where that pigmentation is getting passed along to more people are going to be likely to survive extreme suns. So that is one very, very small example of how diversification and working together as humans actually helps the entire race survive. Right?
The human race.
The whole human race. And it's because we all have different skill sets that we bring to the table, or different traits we bring to the table that help us as an entire species. Look at me preaching on a Sunday. Where's my pulpit? I'm so sorry, ladies. Where's my pulpit?
Priya giving out community biscuits after.
Well, and then the other thing is, I know I'm preaching to the converted. Everybody who is watching this already understands that, and I know it, which is, I guess, why I feel so safe stating this opinion. Because I think those of us who support Sorry Not Sorry are already globally minded. And recognize the humanity of, our team in India, of all the young people who work here. We don't see the young people as, we see the young people as some ones that we need to care for, that we need to support and help. And we're not mired in the pettiness of it. This is so beautiful and soft. I kind of love her. So the colors are black, a deep Kelly green, like almost again a St. Patrick's green. And then this color here, which reads as a gray, part is actually, whoops, can you guys see that? This part here is more gray, but this part here is more of a mint. And she is quite adorable. Yeah, I think I will be getting a Ziska cord. Kind of love that too. If there's anything that you guys would like to see, please let us know. Because I think we are probably getting close to 1:30. Would you say it's about 1:30, Kim?
121.
121. So we have about another half hour where we can show you these pieces. And we appreciate you spending your time with us on a lovely sunny Sunday when you could be out going for a hike, or you could be out cleaning your taking a nap.
Suddenly everyone leaves. They're like,
I should be taking a nap. I did yesterday. I took a really long nap yesterday. And that's why I was up till 4 a.m. But the clock switched. I was literally.
This is the first time in 3 years I wasn't awake when the clock switched.
Really?
I've always been awake, and I'm like, am I sleepy or doing?
Yeah, that's exactly what I thought. I'm because I was planning. I've been watching, like I said, I've been watching a lot of geopolitical stuff, and I'm like, oh no, I need to watch this one more YouTube documentary, and I'm like, okay, it's fine. It's like 1:54. I'll just watch it until just after 2, and I start watching it. All of a sudden, it's 3, and I'm like, where did 2 go? Okay, I'd already committed to watch this one, so by the time I got to bed, it was 4. This girl will be paying the price later. Love these together. And so, as you probably noticed, this is a poncho. Again, you've got that lovely red, deep reds. So you have blacks, burgundies, and a deep wine red, but it is definitely a red. And then here, this is actually one of my favorite. I've talked about it before. This particular kimono sleeve jacket, I think, is an incredible wardrobe staple because it's just navy blue with tiny gray dots. So if you're looking for something that you can work into your corporate wardrobe, it basically is a navy sweater. So how will that not match everything and look professional, but still give you the comfort of silk and knowing that you're getting something that is upcycled, that is being saved from a landfill, that is handmade. So there we go. Cute, very right? Fun little corporate look there. And again, it's just a poncho under a kimono sleeve jacket. Any comments? I'm sure a lot of people left. They're like, Priya, it's too early on a Sunday for me to hear your political thoughts.
Heather said, we are one of the most educated countries in the world, and people are still literally falling for propaganda regarding immigration and more. There are so many reasons that this is happening. I have more than butterflies. I'm angry. But anger needs to drive action, not communication. I agree, actually. Communication still needs to be done with kindness and empathy. Thank you for these discussions. The irony is that the same people that deny climate change push against immigration when climate change is ... Yeah. That's the problem, is that like people are scared. You can only communicate for so long, unfortunately. And sometimes you have to create action and show people. Like, I don't believe in aggressive action. I do believe that action can be done through showing people different things. But like, people can say so many things for so long.
Well, I think like taking a stand, like to ask somebody when you hear something or see something racist, hey, what exactly did you mean by that?
To actually, and that is action, to actually combat what somebody is saying. Not in an aggressive way, but in a way to say, hey, I'm going to actually call you, not necessarily call you out, but calling you out is not just an aggressive thing, though. Calling you out is exactly what you did.
But I would say give someone an opportunity to re-examine their beliefs.
But that is calling someone out.
Okay, if that's what calling out someone out is, then yes, call them out.
Yeah,
call them out.
You did. You called her out by saying, "Why did you post this?" And she blocked you. Yeah. And that is what is supposed to happen. You know, she's supposed to, like, if you don't want to change the way you think, at least feel embarrassed that you're saying something that is so horrible.
Well, it shows a very limited mindset.
This is for Corey.
Oh, Corey, I love this.
She's wondering how soft it is. And also
very soft, a 9.5.
Very soft.
9.5, guys, 9.5. I would give it, sorry, what do you think? 9.5?
Sorry, Kim. Yeah, you got to be careful in this section. Unfortunately, this is the only place I can put chords.
Maybe that's the safest thing to do is just ask, what did you mean by that? Like, just wondering. I'm not even going to answer when you tell me what you mean, but I'm just, what you mean? Because sometimes when people articulate it and they hear themselves, they'll be like, oh my God, that's so racist. When I like, whoa, who knew? Who knew I was that racist?
Well, I told you about that woman I had met through somebody where she asked me, as I was speaking to her in a Canadian accent, how long did I recently come to Canada? And I said, yeah, well, with my Canadian accent, you can definitely tell that I've been here for a long time, right?
Yeah. So I've had microaggressions like that too, where people make assumptions. I think I may have talked about it before. The one at the hospital when Nisha was little.
Or the soccer ball.
Oh, tell me the soccer ball one.
The one where the guy.
You have to go closer.
My mom was walking at a park, like right by our house with Sully. And this guy, and Sully was still quite young. And he got really excited because this guy was kicking a soccer ball. And he ran up and he bit the soccer ball.
Did he puncture it?
I think so. And the guy got really, really angry. Was like unnecessarily angry at mom. And she was by herself because she came home and told us this. And then as soon as you said, oh, I'm so sorry. Like, I can get you another one. Like, I'm so sorry. And he heard that you didn't have an accent. He said, it's fine. It's okay. And that was because recently in that neighborhood, we had a Muslim family move in and they were very traditional. And that, like, you could tell, like, people were different to us than they were to them because we were more westernized.
Yeah. And the accent makes a huge difference, which is ironic because, when you guys know, I went to that.
I didn't mean to interrupt you. Corey's wondering what blues Casbah's would go with that jacket. So you have Evia. I think that Evia would be nice with it, but not an exact match.
I actually think it's Tarocco.
I don't think so.
Not green enough?
No, it's not green enough. I think it's Orta. Orta would look nice.
So definitely a teal.
Yeah.
Definitely a teal, not a blue.
But not anything too green. Like, I actually think green would be nice with this. I think that cobalt blue would be nice with this.
Yeah.
But it wouldn't be a perfect match. It would just be a pairing.
A nice pairing.
Yeah. Sorry, continue.
Yeah, no, I think, remember I told you guys I went to that thing to help. It was like a Beyond Small Talk is what it was called. And it was just for female entrepreneurs in the Hamilton area who are of South Asian origin. And I was listening to these women talk, and I think myself, Shafali, and one other girl, younger person, we were the most westernized. We didn't have accents. And I'm listening to the other people talking. They were freaking incredible. The things that they were doing, the ways that their minds work, the entrepreneurial, ethical entrepreneurialism, the warmth that they shared in that group, the recognition of their own humanity in that group, and laughing at their problems and, striving in the face of challenges. I was so freaking impressed. I felt honored to be in that group of women. And yet, if somebody were to meet one of those women out on the street and just heard that they had a slight accent, the Queen's English accent, from having studied in Mumbai or Delhi in English schools, those women would automatically be diminished in people's minds. When it took me a long time to figure this out because this is not part of the propaganda. But if somebody is speaking to you with an accent, that means they already know 2 languages, right? At least 2. And being able to master languages is actually a sign of intelligence. So put that together.
2 + 2?
2 + 2
is not equals 8.
Not to say that somebody who doesn't speak more than one language is unintelligent, but can we not give them props? Anybody who you're speaking to with an accent, any single person, they got 2 languages.
Well, I didn't even tell you guys the story online, but one time I was in the store and I was doing a story in the front of the store, like as I do on Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Thursdays. And this guy was looking to come into the store from the street. And so I'm like, he interrupts my story. I quickly close the story. He comes in and he looks at the window we have open in the front of the storage. And he's like, oh, good. That's good that your window's open. I was like, yeah, our window's open. And he was like, yeah, great. Well, you have a nice day. And also, English is the best language in the world. And I went,
I would say that English is the most difficult language to learn. I'll give him that.
I barely give him that.
that's a microaggression.
It is a microaggression.
And Mandarin is harder.
Yeah, like he was only saying that because he was walking by. He saw that I was brown and he wanted to make sure that I spoke English because he thinks this is an ethnic store. That's exactly what he thought with his broken teeth and his bad gums.
Okay, you equally have to be careful of not stereotyping.
But I'm only saying that because it was true in the moment. And I know for a fact he came in because he did that. He has always walked by the store and never said anything. He just saw that I was in this store.
Yeah.
And I feel like that is also the interesting thing to see is that generationally, people of color who are younger or in my generation versus previous generation do handle racism differently.
You guys call it out big time.
Because we didn't experience it in the same way you guys experienced it directly.
Yeah.
And that is inherent.
Up, head down.
Yeah, we definitely did. And actually,
we said, what about that?
yeah, you guys.
On that. What about that?
Yeah, we didn't
Like
have that.
I have fully screamed at people who have gone into stores on King Street, downtown here. There was a beauty supply store run by an Indian couple for 20 years. A guy came in, was screaming at the uncle at the store and was saying like, you're just standing there, you know, saying all the immigrant slander. And I just said, you need to leave. You need to get out of here. If you can't afford a $12 belt, then you need to go to the thrift store.
High school, like everyone was laughing because this white kid did an Indian convenience store
Oh, hold on.
accent.
You probably need to come here.
Oh, I was saying, in high school, everyone was laughing because this one white kid in my class did an Indian accent and pretended to be a convenience store owner. And I literally looked at him and everyone was laughing. And I said, I don't get what's funny. And he's like, well, everyone else thought it was funny. And I'm like, but what's the joke? Like, I don't understand what's so funny. And I was like, my dad and my grandpa owned a convenience store because they had to like make a way of living. Like it was a struggle. It was an experience. I don't get what's funny. And he just looked at me and he yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
And it's because when you literally are
Because
like
being brown is a joke.
yeah.
So this is a microcosm of a much bigger international problem.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's offensive.
Yeah. But like that's what I mean is like usually you just be like, okay, that guy's racist anyways. But younger people are now being like, and let's talk about it. Well, like, can you explain it or is it just mimicry?
It actually, and this does have to do with you ladies. Mira's godmother once took her to like her friend's family party. And at this party, there were some people who were visiting from another country and they made racist microaggressional comments at Mira.
Was it the alcohol ones?
Yeah.
I know, but then they ended up being right, which is what's worse.
But it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
So, but the thing is, Mira was with her godmother. And when I heard about it, I said, did you not say something? And she said, no, I didn't want to have a conflict. I'm like, you were the adult looking after my daughter, and her godmother is white. And I said, but you were the adult protecting my daughter. Like, this is your goddaughter. And if you're not going to stand up for her, who is?
But I think that's the question, right? Is that people who are like, let's just say allies for, you know, people of color in their community and have friends who are people of color. If you see something like that happen, why aren't you standing up for that?
Well, it's the same thing against violence against women, right? Why aren't the men standing up? Why isn't everybody standing up when it's something that we all know is unkind?
It's wrong.
So I have also been learning about game theory. And I think part of my problem is I'm playing the wrong game. The game that I'm playing to win the game that I believe that we should be playing is that everybody would be kind to each other, show compassion to each other, support each other where we can, but set healthy boundaries for ourselves. But come at life with an open-mindedness and a humility to recognize who we are and how little we are in the big scheme of things. And yet the power we have is the power of doing good. So that's the game I think we're playing. Unfortunately, not as many of us are playing that particular game as there should be. Any comments? Again, people really hate today's live. So political. So sorry.
People are loving it. Rana said, I love your game. Heather said, a must read Against Fascism, which seems everywhere right now, on Tyranny by Timothy Snyder. And on
can you screen take a picture?
I'll take a picture. And yes, call them out. Did you mean to say that? Sometimes is a great wake-up call.
Yeah, or what did you mean? Sorry, what did you mean? Right? Like maybe I'm misinterpreting. I am willing to assume that I made the mistake, that I misunderstood. Clarify. Or show me what I did wrong.
Re-education. Sometimes when people make comments like that, even in passively, I say, well, there's a reason that this is like, if you consider this and this and this is why you might be feeling that this is the reason, but it's not. And
another way to do that, though, is
change their perception,
because people will tune you out as well. So I think in addition to that, asking questions, well, why do you think that is? Well, why do you think that is? And why do you think that is? Is that based in
very true? Yeah.
Right? Yeah. Is that based in fact? Can you show me the facts that support that? Is it possible that this is not based in fact? Or that this is a yes and situation? Because I had that conversation with my brother-in-law the other day, who was determined he had figured out what the global problem was down to one idea. He's like, honestly, this problem that I am going to delineate for you is the source of every problem in the world. And I said, that is actually technically impossible. And he's like, no, like, look at this. I said, you are choosing information that supports what you're saying without looking at any information that doesn't support what you're saying. And it was quite a heated argument. But I think what ended up happening, though, is in the end, he sent me some articles where he got his information from. I did some research, and then I sent him back some things. And I said, here's where I'm getting my information from. And I think we actually had a détente where he accepted that maybe it was what he believed and that there was more, that two things could be true.
So Lisa was asking, this is his necklace that we put together. Could you show it again?
Yeah.
It's a fun one. So we did a mix of beads. This is one of the bigger polka dot beads that we recently got in with the teal bead, red square beads.
This is the purple chill, I think.
Yes. And that's
this is amber chill.
Or amber chill, yeah.
Oops, there, amber chill. That is the red cube, I think it's called. This one's the teal one. And I don't know what the black one is called. And then the cord is the teal 60 centimeter.
Heather says, does the burgundy on the dots read warm or cool?
So that's a great question. I would actually say that the dots on this one are black.
I think so too. Yeah. I think they are black. It's just that because it's such a soft fabric, it might appear more brown, but it is a black.
It is a black. Unless you're talking about this other one that we just showed. And in this one, it's not that one. Maybe
this is the piece that Heather's asking about.
Oh, this is the one. Yeah, I would say this is a dusty rose, like a dusty wine, and this is a burgundy. I wouldn't say either of these are red, and the dots are black. There's a little bit of a brown in there, a mid-tone brown.
And Margaret said, okay, Margaret, I'm going to take a look. There was a piece apparently that we showed that was very dark gray blue with a sort of grayish looking zigzag pattern. You had shown the piece a while ago. Margaret was wondering if you could show that fabric again.
Do you know where we put the ones that I've already shown?
The ones that we already shown is in the front here, but I don't think it was a piece that I had pulled.
Name those colors again.
So it was a very dark blue with a sort of grayish zigzag looking pattern.
Oh, I know exactly the one she's talking about. It's the jacket. It's this one.
It was one I pulled.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
It was like zigzag.
No, it's beautiful. And actually, the little designs look like they're bandani, but I think it's just a print.
Sorry, Heather, I didn't read that properly. The burgundy on this poncho or this vest you're wearing, or is it poncho? Vest. This vest you're wearing, is it warm or cool? The burgundy color.
The burgundy on this. That is an excellent question. The burgundy is neutral. I'm going to say neither warm nor cool.
Lisa said, I believe that kindness doesn't cost anything.
I believe it too, ladies. And I know, again, I'm preaching to the converted, and Okay. So here's my personal belief system. We each have some sort of an energy that we radiate out. And sometimes you can feel it from people. I was at the bank the other day and there was a very, very, very angry woman there. Very much like if throw mama from the train vibes. Like she was something else. And I could see every single person in that bank shrink because of the energy she brought in. And she didn't say much. It was just that energy. And we all felt it. And I said it to the teller. I'm like, wow, can you feel that? He goes, I feel it in my stomach. And then later when she left, he turned to the teller beside me and he asked her, she was a young woman, and he said, are you okay? And she looked at him and she goes, yeah. And then she took a deep breath, and she hadn't been attacked by this woman. It was just this woman's energy. And she said, but thank you for asking. So I do believe we all bring an energy into what we do. And when we show up with a positive energy, I think we do switch the energy of people around us. And that's what I'm hoping for. Part of the reason that I do this whole, clothing is joy thing is because if you can find a source of joy for yourself, you are going to resonate that joy and that positive attitude. And not only is it going to shield you from the negativity out there, but it is going to allow you to radiate a little bit more positivity. And if we're all radiating positivity, we will eventually lift up the people around us. And to me, I feel like that is a very small way to create change at a higher level. Maybe it's naive. I don't know. But it's not just about the clothes.
I don't think it's naive. I think it's very true to who you are as a person. Yeah. But I think it also does mean that, like, I've seen like people be so very rude to Priya when she is fully just doing her own thing.
Yeah.
And then she like
collapses.
Yeah. And then I have to step in as the person and be like, no, bad. This cannot happen.
You do need a wingman from time to time.
Yeah. And I think that's kind of why our dynamic has worked so well. Like,
this is very soft, everyone.
Priya reminds me that there is goodness that exists. And I remind Priya that even when goodness burns her a little, she's still got people around her who support her.
And you do need that, right? You need some sort of a support to keep facing the world with a positive attitude.
Because I know I get the same thing from you, because when I'm the kinder one, I'm not even kinder, but you know what I mean? Like, it's me in that position and it's you, and then you see I've gotten burned, you're like,
this is not going to be okay. Not on my watch. But that's just the mama bear in me. This one is actually real bonding. I can feel it in the fabric. Ooh, color is not accurate. Oh, maybe a little bit. This is truly a turquoise. And it's got that mirror work, the shisha work that we were talking about. They're probably not real mirrors. Nope, they're plastic. And they're sewn in. So there's embroidery around them that holds those little plastic discs in place.
Really?
The color of this one is definitely a turquoise, guys. Fully turquoise. And color, what color is that? I think it could read as a white, but it is ever so slightly off-white. It's an ecru. What? I'm out of clothes again.
Yeah, you got a Mira's pick.
Oh, Mira's. I love this one so much.
Shafali's making work for me.
Shafali, don't make work.
That you guys just threw around, so actually.
So I'll just pick up more pieces you threw around, I guess.
Beautiful fabric on this one. So this one is also a Monday, Tuesday. On this side, you have some beautiful embroidery. It looks like it is actually, this is hand embroidered. It's called, oh my gosh, how is this kantha? Kantha stitching, which just means straight lines. Except you'll see that most kantha stitching is actually quite a long stitch. This is a very petite kantha stitch, which means it would have taken longer to make.
Oh, actually,
it looks like this is one of those Jaipur shibori dyes, which is why, and I still don't know how they do it, but they managed to maintain all the workmanship that goes into the silk while dyeing out the color. And for those of you who are wondering why this is a thing, it's not that people don't like the original color of the sari. It's often these saris get stained in regular wear. And so if you try to sell the sari before you dye it, it won't garner as much money, really, on the secondhand market because it's stained and people will have to cut around it. What this process does is it allows a new life for the fabric by bleaching out the color without ruining any of the artistry of the piece, and then re-dyeing it in a color that will cover the stains. This one is a magenta.
Also, this one.
Beautiful.
Love it.
Sweet.
Love it, Priya.
So sweet. Yeah, love this. So if you are somebody who likes the style of top, the kimono sleeve top, but you feel like there's a lot going on here, we've had some customers who've actually, some of our more petite customers have taken the sleeves and tied that together at the back. And then they still have the capacity to move their arms. That doesn't work as well for me because I'm broader through here.
What also?
Yeah, you could, and that was what I was going to say. Another option is to use a Ziska bead here, which I will show you now. And another one is to tie a knot. So let's try all of those different things.
On the inside of the sleeve.
Okay, let's give that a try. So there's our sleeve. Here's our Ziska bead. Like
I'm
this.
watching.
You're watching.
I'm watching.
Here's
I'm
making
watching
sure I'm
learning.
doing it right.
I'm watching.
Learning.
Well, I tried on a kimono sleeve for a deal of the day, and then I said, "Whoa, do I need a kimono sleeve?" So now I'm watching.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Actually,
what I
that
would
worked
also do-
really well. I just tucked it in and it's staying in there because of the weight of the Ziska.
Yeah, I'd also take it like from the bottom here.
Oh, so not
That's
from the hem?
inside. You know what I mean?
Oh,
Point. You're taking it from the inside. So
I
it kind of butterflies.
understand. So what Mira is saying is, instead of grabbing this point here, grab a point. But wouldn't I have to do that on the outside then?
Well, no, because I thought you'd do it on the inside and then wouldn't it?
No, because I think if you grab it from here and do it on the inside. Oh, I see what you're saying. Yep,
Then you tuck
she's
it in?
right. Yeah, because then you tuck it in.
It might be wrong.
She could be right.
It could be wrong.
She could be right. Okay, so I put it in from the inside, tucked it in. Mira, it gives you a little tail when you do that.
Margaret said, I love the new rewards email that pops up after shopping.
Oh, nice. I didn't even know we had a new one.
That must have been Rise.
Maybe
Rise
I'll
took
have a
those. Yeah.
see what they've added there.
Heather says, I do not need another kimono sleeve top, but then you put on that delicious.
It is
feast.
delicious, guys. It's really delicious. I would actually, okay, controversial pairing. I would wear this with orange pants.
Yeah, good choice.
Right? Orange pants, and then I would wear blue in here.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a lesbian flag.
No blue.
No blue. So the color is actually accurate at that point right there. That is a beautiful piece.
All right.
Oh, I love what you did here.
Thank you.
I don't know. Show me.
Yes.
We showed it during the live. Love this. Okay.
Oh, right here.
So here Shefali has put together another necklace
No,
set
there's
from
two of them.
Ziska with a purple
one's
bead,
bead.
a teal bead,
okay.
and the
It's
black and
different.
white bead. And then this is the controversial pairing here. This is a digital print, and you may remember this from our marketing photos. Carrie was wearing this one. Apparently, the pictures online didn't do it justice, so Rhonda reached out and said, you can't even see that flower. So we put Carrie's picture as the primary picture. So that's what that looks like there. And this is another situation where I am going to wear this poncho and at the tunic length. So it's going to come down like past my hips. And then what Shefali has suggested is that I take this other digital print that actually doesn't really have any pastels in it. How are we doing, Kim?
Great.
Great. And put that there. And I actually think it works, even though there's really none of that color, but because it's a digital print, the digital prints kind of all have the same feel. And let's put it on with this necklace.
What's the table?
Oh no, I do this thing.
Oh, Shefali, I love the necklace.
Thank you.
Guys, I see a lot of Ziska beads in my future. I would love to show the motorcycle.
We showed it already. No, we already showed it.
Oh, did we?
Yeah.
We did.
And we only have about 10 minutes. So
Okay. Is there anything else that anybody wanted to see?
I have 2 pieces behind you that people would like to see. I just wanted to show this set together because I thought it was lovely.
It's so lovely and unexpected. Like I wouldn't have thought to pair them, but really when you think of what the digital prints look like, they do have all of these colors. And what makes it match here is the fact that it's all digital. Hey.
Just wanted to highlight that we have the matching maxi dress also in wabi.
Oh, so we have
Yes,
both
wabi
pieces in
blue.
wabi. And so soft.
Yes, and we just showed this piece.
When? No,
Today. We just showed it.
I never showed this one.
Yes, you did.
That's so silly crazy.
Did I really?
My bad.
Yeah.
I have no recollection of showing it.
Yep, you showed it.
Yeah. Like zero recollection of showing it.
I had pulled this for you to show.
What did I put it with?
You just wore it. I don't even think you put it on.
It was during your storytelling
It's been during my storytelling. When I start telling stories,
The world fades away.
I just get it going. But yeah. Yep. So my cousin in the States, who has survived only by burying her head in the sand and acknowledging that that's kind of all she can do, has also started to see that she's going to have a little bit more bandwidth. And she wants to. It's not that she doesn't want to. It's terrifying, right?
For her, it's more tangibly terrifying.
It is more tangibly terrifying. She has all of her assets in the States, even though she is Canadian, right? It's economic as well. Her kids are in the States. Her assets are in the States. And who's to say it's not coming across the border? We're already seeing some of it.
We are.
Hopefully we can learn from what's happening in the States and in other countries to figure out what can combat it. And from everything that I've seen, it's love and compassion. Like you. So seriously, Bad Bunny. So this one guy, I am getting political. Sorry, guys. You guys get what's in my brain.
For Diane Schwartz.
Hi, Anne.
She wants to see this piece.
So what I have heard, and I don't know how true this is, but if you want to, one of the ways to stop division, and this is a controversial idea, and it kind of was like a really, part of the reason that one sector of the United States loves Trump is because Trump pisses off the whole other side, right? So they're like, you hate him, I love him. So there is this theory that if that side that hates him could say, hey, let's be friends and find common ground on something, it would take away that incentive for him to be a representative of just the one viewpoint.
Well, Trump loves Mamdani. Like
he does love maybe a little too much.
Like adores him.
This is beautiful. The colors are really rich. What you're seeing there is a gray that actually leans towards purple, a black, a muted sage green, and different shades of orange. It's a mid-tone orange, slightly burnt. And the red there is I'm going to call it a mid-tone red with slightly blue undertones, definitely not orange undertones. And who wanted to see this one? Kay
Hansen.
Oh,
he bought it.
This is beautiful, Kay.
She was
First of all, it's unbelievably soft and so elegant. The background color is like a very muted, soft brown, almost like the elk or like owl, that very downy brown. And then down here, we have a red that is slightly darker and it's not a wine, it is a red, but it's a darker, deeper red. And then here we have these blues, which are actually very close to purples. We have some coral in here. But honestly, it's a stunner. The colors are accurate. Maybe there, closest to there. But I can tell you that what you're seeing on camera does not do this piece justice. It actually is very, very soft. And online, what you're seeing is a stark contrast between this and this. And it's not actually that stark. This is a little bit more muted, and this is a little bit more bright in real life. So it looks cohesive. How are we doing?
Good. We're doing really well.
Okay.
Kay was wondering, would orange match this kimono?
Depends on the shade of orange. A burnt orange will definitely match this kimono.
This is very muted.
It is very muted. So a burnt orange would work well. A reddy chili orange would work well. Zaffarano from last season was more like a navel orange, a bright orange. And I would say that would be too vivid for this. You definitely need a muted or a burnt orange. Oh, this is so pretty. Who wanted to see this one?
That was me. I put that set together for you.
This piece. And I love how they look together. So this is actually more blues and this one's greens, but there is red and green right there in the pattern and also on the sleeve. You can see it right there. So you can see how they would work together.
We can make this your final look.
Okay, what time is it?
1:56.
Oh, thank you guys so much for joining us today. I was so good about not being political on Friday, but you knew it was going to happen.
Other way.
To go with that?
Yeah.
Okay, I just wanted to show this. The embroidery right there, the flowers with the Ziska work. And then if I turn it around the other way, actually, I'm going to wear it this way.
You got it.
Like that. So when you are wearing one of these vests as a top, if you're wearing something long like a duster over the back, you can just ignore that hole because it's going to get covered. I know some of our customers will also put a rosette there just by using an elastic and gathering it. But if you're going to be covering it with something else anyways, it really does allow you to turn your vest into a top. Like that. Oops. And you can see that from the back, you can't see the bottom of the vest, right?
Sorry. No, you can't see the bottom of the vest.
There we go, ladies. Thank you so much for joining us today. Thank you for listening to me preach. I'm so sorry. I promise I will have more fun things on the brain. I think the reason I share all of this with you is because I want to remind you that even in very, very small ways, we each have the power to change one tiny little thing. Even if it's just bringing a little bit more joy and calm into a room, that's a thing. If it means, standing up for somebody who's in the room just by asking a simple question on their behalf, that's a thing. Buying clothes that support women, that's a thing. There are so many small things that you can do by supporting this brand. And that's why I created this brand as an opportunity to support the things that I believe the world needs more of. And so I really appreciate that you guys are on this journey with me and with us here, because otherwise, what's the point? If it's just about stuff, then we are falling into the same traps as our predecessors. It's got to be about more than stuff. It's got to be about joy. It's got to be about love, compassion, caring, sharing wealth, saving the planet. Like all of these really important elements are what we stand for. And just by choosing Sorry Not Sorry, that one small choice that you make to dress in an upcycled silk and then have the best day of your life in it, that is a small step towards making this world a better place. So please don't feel like I am preaching to you to go out there, warrior sword in hand. I'm not. I'm just saying continue doing what you're doing because supporting us is a small step in that direction. Have a really fabulous Sunday, everybody. Shefali just mentioned to me, stop talking and put on the necklace. Okay, done. Have a great weekend, everyone. Bye.